Hello, everyone. You guys. Been a while since I've done a video like this. This is a sunny side up. Woo, yeah, woo, sunny side up. When was the last time I did this? When was the last time I did like a genuine sunny side up? It cannot have been since New Year's. No way. Oh my God, it was a year ago. The last sunny side up was a full fucking year ago. Holy shit. That's crazy. Welcome back to Sunny Side Up. It's been a whole year, and I'm assuming you noticed just something a little different. Just a wee bit different, just a wee bit different. Sunny, why the fuck do you look so good? Because I got a Sony camera, and I also got a new microphone, and I'm fucking awesome and legit. And the only way I could have done something like this is by getting a job. I do understand that, yes, having a job is going to get in the way of your like day to day, but I have first shift position. So I get out at 2 in the afternoon. So really I do have a full fucking day. It doesn't really make a difference considering when I was unemployed, I would wake up at 2 in the afternoon anyway. So it's like, who cares at that point? But God damn, dude. This job shit ain't easy. I hear people who like wake up and go to work and do like, you know, real mundane jobs. Like my brother, he works at Wawa, which is, if you don't live in the East Coast and specifically the tri-state area, you probably know what a Wawa is. And my brother works there, and man, he fucking hates that place. And I always thought, you know, I'm sure there are moments where it could be overwhelming when you're understaffed, but it couldn't be that fucking bad. Dude, I work at a factory. It genuinely could be that bad. There is nothing good about having a job. There is nothing rewarding about having a job. You guys remember when I was bitching and complaining about how I couldn't find a job when I was still living in New Jersey? Dude, I was so upset. I was like, dude, I really need a fucking job. I need to get a job. I have to work if I want to live. But then I get the job and it's like, now I'm working for what? What do you actually get out of working? I don't make a lot, but I don't make a little, I guess is the best way to put it. Like I make enough, but not enough to live on my own. You know, once upon a time, back when I was probably fucking 5, I would imagine, back in 2010 when I was like 5 years old, if someone made $23 an hour, you probably could live in a pretty decent house. Now, dude, $23 an hour don't make fucking shit. I'm struggling to find an apartment. I'm struggling to find an apartment that I could pay for on my own. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Another guy I work with, he makes $27 an hour, and he says, I don't know, man. It's kind of difficult out here. God damn, you can't do it with 27? 27? What chance do I fucking got? I'm not working towards a reward. You know, you would go home, you would see that check, and you would feel like, I'm sure at some point in time, people would go and see that check. They would be like, they feel like they've been rewarded for all that hard work. It's like, oh yeah, obviously a good amount of this is gonna go to bills and fucking food and clothes and necessities, but you're gonna have a fair amount of that that's gonna be put aside for you. Dude, niggas are living check to fucking check. I'm not even at that point yet. I will say a good fair amount I have spent irresponsibly. I know that. I'm well aware. You know, you don't get a microphone like this without blowing a little bit of money. Even then, like the first couple checks, I immediately had to get my cat Bella. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her. I'm pretty sure you have. Had to get her spayed and declawed because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to get an apartment. I had to put down multiple deposits, application fees on houses, which fucking ridiculous that's a thing you have to do. You're telling me I have to drop $150 just to have a chance? I have to pay that twice because it's not only an application fee for me, but my girlfriend as well, because we're getting it together, the doy. God fucking damn, man. It's ridiculous. And we're going house tour after house tour and just seeing all these places that would be nice, but the chances of us getting them feel so slim to none. And then you got to find somewhere that's more expensive that you just can't afford on your own. Thank fucking God my brother and sister are moving in with me. You know, shout out Jam, and I don't know what her online persona name is. I don't even know if she streams anymore, but my sister Lana. And my secret lover boyfriend, not external. What do we have? God damn. The only way you can live now is by needing someone else or being a Nepo baby. And I'm not a Nepo baby. My father sold crack. He doesn't do it anymore, just to be clear. He's a very clean-cut man. Unless you're born with the silver spoon, you are done for in today's day and age. And I get so pissy and shit-faced whenever I hear people say you're not working hard enough. Maybe once upon a time when I was unemployed, that sentiment was absolutely true because I wasn't working at all. I've been working 4 months. Can't go a week without spending, I don't even know, at least $100 because of food and gas, which is the only two things I have to worry and concern myself with, which is still ridiculous. And the funny thing is, that car is a piece of fucking shit, dude. God damn, the car we got is a piece of shit. And if I wanted to, and I now have to pick between either staying in this house, which I don't want to stay in this house at all. I don't like being here. Getting a car that's decent and not gonna cost more to get it repaired constantly, and get a house. I can't save up enough without doing one or the other, because if I were to save up to do both, I'd still be here for another 6 months probably. And that makes me jealous of niggas like JTB Gaming. I love him to death. Fuck, I wish I had that nigga's life. He's out in Texas right now, going to college, having a ganderous ass time. When he starts working again, dude, he's got bands on standby. God damn it, man. I'm jealous of niggas like him who are financially literate. I'm not so literate myself. Even then, even with the amount of money he has put aside, if he were to take all of that and use it at free will to just get something, he probably, half of that would go to like a shitty car. You know what I mean? I've been going around car lots recently looking for cars to purchase. 2020s cost $36K. God damn. Telling me a 6-year-old car is still 30 fucking thousand? What's a newer car? Oh, it's only 40,000. Everything's going up. Everything's going up, man. The world is going to hell. And I make my political alignments very clear, very straightforward. I blame the president through and through. Never like that nigga, never will. I will say it till my fucking heart explodes. Never like that nigga, never will. And it's just like, the common folk. Fuck, the common folk. I sound like a Black Panther. It's just so, you don't realize how bad it is until you're living in it. I didn't understand how treacherous the economy and how being an adult was until I had to be an adult. Fucking Christ, I'm almost 21 now, and I feel like my life is over. It's like, there's such a constant feeling of the world is ending. There's such a constant feeling of I'm not gonna make it. That lingers in my head, and I'm sure anyone else who wants to do anything with their life. There's no time to be a human. There's only time to be a fucking worker, and it sucks. The people can't be people anymore. We have to be slaves to the system. I sound like someone who's full of myself, but fuck, I've only been working for 4 months, and it's like, I understand where my stepfather was, who was living check to check, who couldn't do that shit on his own. He was in a solo income household. He was busting his ass working fucking 12-hour shifts at his job, and he still could barely get by with all the bills he had. Like, Jesus Christ. It's so difficult. And I live in a cheaper state than New Jersey, and it's still difficult. And he made less than me. That's the fucking crazy part. He was making like $19.20 an hour. I'm $3 above that. And I still struggle in a cheaper state. That's fucking crazy. And he did it on his own. But, he also had a good credit score, so I don't. And this is obviously just a peek at, these videos are supposed to be me talking about bullshit and to be funny and to be hee-hee and ha-ha, but it's so difficult to find the hee-hees and ha-has in life the second you start living life. That's my excuse. I've been working. I obviously got the one video out a couple weeks ago. And yes, I know, Resident Evil fucking Requiem. I know. I will get to it. The only reason I haven't worked on it is because I've had to basically whisper in this house to not have people around complain about me being too loud, and I don't care anymore. If people hear everything I gotta say, if they hear me say BBC nigga butt, I don't even fucking care. I've been living in this place, losing my fucking marbles. I just feel so all the time being here. That's why I want to move. I want to get back to making videos. I want to get back to at least trying to enjoy myself, because I got nothing else to do. But yeah, no, I guess this was a sunny side up, but more of a just complaint or complaining about having to be an adult, you know, fucking breaking news, Gen Z doesn't know how to be an adult. Oh my God. There's going to be some old people who are going to look at this and be like, oh, you never worked hard a day in your life back when I was your age. Yeah, we had to do this and that. You know, and it's like, it's always the niggas used to go to war thing. Men used to go to war. Back when I was your age, I had to break my back to do this, that, and the third to give you a good life. You didn't give us a good fucking life. God, I hate when the older generations use the excuse of I did this to give you a better life. You should be able to do it too. The thing is, you did that to give us a better life. You didn't do that. You broke your back to make yourself filthy fucking rich and then piss all over us. And it's not all people over the age of fucking 50 and 40, you know what I mean? Obviously, some people are victims to the greedy and the constantly gluttonous, money-hungry mongerers who are always soaking in all the fucking fear-mongering they can, who are just abusing loopholes in the system, who believe they're above the law. Again, I sound like a freedom fighter. I am just a dude. That's it. I am just a dude who is talking out his ass. Don't take anything I say legitimately. Nothing pisses me off when they say all you got to do is work hard. And we got trillionaire. We have a trillionaire. I had to bring it up. You know, don't bully my favorite billionaire. I'll whoop your ass, says the fat chudling. Fucking Christ, the world is going crazy. You got people defending trillionaires. That proves the American dream is still alive. For who? He was born with a silver fucking spoon in his mouth. Not even a silver spoon. He was born with a platinum spoon in his mouth. When you look at all these rich people, when you look at all these people who made the American dream, they didn't have a started from the bottom story. And the only ones who really did have a starting from the bottom, now we're here story, Drake is one of them, are usually musical artists. That's the only real way a lot of people now could ever do it, is through music. And the thing is, a lot of you niggas can't make music, me included. There's so much shitty fucking music out there. And even if you do get big, 9 times out of 10, it's so temporary. When was the last time you heard of a big artist coming up story and then you don't hear about them anymore? I mean, look at fucking Designer. What happened to him? He made one song. He fell off because he sounded too much like Future. Lizzo, she was a prominent allegations, freaky ass allegations. Her most recent album was a flop. Does that mean she's not successful still? No, she still is for the most part, but you know, that success is a fleeting thing. Even Drake, his last 3 to 4 albums have been getting so heavily criticized. Oh my God. Even people like Drake, but he's had a good 20-year run, if anything. Lil Uzi, Lil Nas X, maybe not Lil Uzi as much. He's still got some bangers, but again, it's like, you hear all these artists that were real popular for a time, and then it's just like, where have they been? Mario Judah, where the fuck is Mario Judah? Did you know that Mario Judah started making music again, and he's lost a significant amount of weight? I didn't recognize him when I saw him the first time. Everything is temporary. So many things now are just so quickly fleeting. Like, by the time I upload this video, if I ever upload this video, by the time this hits the fucking internet, I'm gonna forget I even made it because of just how fast things move all the time. God damn, can shit slow the fuck down? I wish time would move in slow motion. But at the same time, to just be stuck in this constant state of what the hell blows ass cheeks. Jesus, dude. The world is a shitty place to be in right now. The world is in a shitty spot. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This isn't gonna lead into some stupid, like, thing of me saying we need to organize, we all need to band together and beat the system. I'm not that kind of dude. I don't got that kind of courage. I know what kind of man I am. But fucking hell, if I could alone do something, I would fucking love to do it. But yeah, you know, more videos are becoming soon, hopefully. I got some stuff recorded. A young man is tired. Maybe it'll get better when I end up moving out. Maybe it's just because I'm in a fucking house I don't like being in, working at a job I don't like working at. It could just be 2 bad factors. Maybe when one of those factors eases up, I'll be a lot chippier mood and be like, you know, maybe the job ain't so bad. I'm still gonna be struggling to pay bills. That's not gonna fucking change, but whatever. At the end of the day, I can't do anything about it by my lonesome. Maybe I can, but you know, usually people go to bed and don't wake up when you got to take matters into your own hands. That's usually the like, man, I gotta get this nigga out of here. That's usually the fucking sum it up, which is sad. The only way to do anything is to get rid of niggas. But hey, you didn't hear that from me. I'm gonna put a target on my back. Oh my god, I gotta shut my mouth. I'm trying to be all funny and shit about it. I've complained enough about life. You know, fucking whatever. But yeah, no, that's all I got really. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Stay for more. Share this video, please. I don't want to keep working a job. More videos coming soon. Hopefully, more tech and related content. Probably another Sunny Side Up because I have more shit to complain about how YouTube's system works. That's neither here nor there. Just more bitching and complaining. Again, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I don't need to lie about it. That nigga with that weird voice, wouldn't listen if he spat, let alone utter the word. I'm not inviting him back over to my crib. Do we be asked for eyes? I heard he keeps a journal with the emotional war cries. I done seen him break it all over the lunch table. Said he made a card game tight like guitar capos, but I don't fuck with him, I know he a lame. I'm thinking at my lunch tables, thinking the same. When others sit alone, I notice he sits with them. Super duper cheesy, which is why I don't mix with them. Why I don't mix liquor, my mama said